Welcome back to Stuck in a Sidequest Podcast. Today we're talking about music. I thought maybe we could all share some of our opinions on songs and what we like and what we don't like. And specifically, I asked everybody to bring their top 5 favorite songs, which is hard to pare down, we've learned.
Yeah.
So,
Especially when my playlist has 436 tracks.
That's it?
Mine has 2,000.
Well, damn. I felt like I had too much.
Yeah, mine's got... Yeah, I don't think it has 2,000, but I'm definitely, like, up in the 1,000.
I've been telling myself lately, I've kind of been going through a cleaning phase with my stuff. But, like, just getting everything, and I've
he's nesting.
Yeah. I'm getting my truck ready for Finn. But, going through my playlist and just offloading a crap load of songs I have on there.
Yeah, I should probably really clean up my playlist, because it is...
I want to go on there
all over
and
the
make
place.
playlists for different genres, but have my own playlist for that genre, because
Yeah, because sometimes I'm not feeling...
I'll go from, like...
How can you tell how many songs you have?
Go to, like, what I do is I click on the 3 dots on one song, add the playlist, and then under the playlist it tells you how many tracks are in it.
It also tells you the hours at the top.
Yeah, I
There's
have
66 hours.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I have.
I can't look at my phone, but
I
I don't
like
use. I don't make
1,500.
6
playlists.
hours.
I just use my like songs. I've always been like that.
How'd you look at it?
Well, I don't like sitting there listening to Randy Travis at one point, and then the next song switches over, and I'm listening to Lil Wayne. It's like, God. So
I do. That's what I like to do.
and my
That's
like
why I
hard
just
rock
use,
and everything
like
is
the
just
playlist that
Breaking Benjamin
Spotify
Radio.
has, and I'll just look up a playlist
I'll
of
do
what
that.
I'm feeling.
Yeah, I'll do that sometimes.
The Breaking Benjamin Radio is my lawn mowing playlist. That's what I listen to when I lawn mow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, I thought maybe we'd start the list backwards from number 5 and then move our way on up.
Damn.
Oh,
Well,
so
I
there's
know
supposed to
what
be
my
like...
number one is.
No, there's supposed to be an order?
Well, I mean, there doesn't have to be an order, I guess.
I mean, out of them 5, you can pick one to put at 5. I feel like you could.
I'll go ahead and
Anyways.
tell you my number one.
Well, if
Good
we
what I
want to
got.
start from the top, we can.
We could just start from wherever. I mean, my top is "Salt in the Sea" by Gregory Isaac. Or no, Gregory Isaacoff. I'm not
What-
saying his name right, but
What type of music is that?
it's like, I guess folk.
Okay,
little bit.
kind of indie.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
That's one I can play all the time.
Let me go look back at my Wrapped picture for the
And then-
last year.
And then I'll have
I can tell you.
Father's Lament.
Limit.
Yeah, that's by Poor Man's Poison. But it's a very good song. He talks about his 2 kids, which are both boys. But it's really good for... It just relates extremely well for me.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, from there everything's like on top of each other of what I like. It's whatever I'm in the mood for.
But like, if you get in your car, you're gonna turn one of those 2 songs on first.
Usually I get on a kick like...
Yeah, it just depends on what I'm listening
What have I
to.
been listening to here recently? It's somebody that I just started listening to.
What's his face? David Kushner?
Yeah, David Kushner.
Kushner.
Um,
Daylight.
Oh, that one's good.
Daylight comes in. No,
No.
I'm just kidding. Not that one.
Ari really likes that one. I like
it.
that one a lot too, but I like
Was it Simple? No, Simple
Miserable Man.
Miserable Man.
Simple, man.
That song's rough. You sent me that when we were in the car, and I was like, God, Trevor, you're trying to make me cry on the way to Target?
I listen to that like every single day. It's a good song.
So Trevor
though.
really likes sad boy music.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I was like, I don't really want to tell everybody about my music because they're just gonna be like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So do you typically just listen to one genre then? Is that just kind of your
No,
thing?
I mean it goes all over the place. I don't listen to country all that much. That's the one I don't. I don't mind country now. When I was younger, I was like, ew, country.
Same.
But I mean, it's fine. I listen to all type because I was like that with rap too. I like for whatever reason, I was like, I'm only gonna listen to alternative rock because I'm a badass. And it's like, and then I got into dubstep.
I will not bow. I will not break.
And then I got into dubstep, which I'm not.
Will wash his hands away.
Dubstep is not as much anymore because it's just too. Like sometimes I'll turn it. Like I'll be listening to it.
Get your
like,
heart rate going.
No, and then you turn it off, like or like pause it or something, and you're like, whew.
Yeah.
God dang.
Yeah.
I listen to more like
Rigabone.
EDM, like chill. It's called like chill step, and like lo-fi music, like nice
yeah.
electronic.
The
but
one
it's
with
like
the little fruits on it.
that one, but other stuff. And then I got
listen
my
to
other
that
sad
song.
boy shit. It's a band called Echoes. She's like, I really like her voice, and it's kind of like EDM in the background.
She got a nice voice.
She has a very nice voice, and she responded to me on TikTok.
Mm.
She's like lower, so she's not like super popular yet. So
Y'all go check
check
her
her
out.
out though. For if you, it's sad people shit, but it's good sad people shit.
I like sad people shit. It's like
That's like all I listen to.
Tony Sly, that 12-song program. Y'all ever heard that?
No.
Absolutely not.
It's pretty great, but it is like it's kind of like upbeat, depressing music.
It's punk, but it's upbeat.
And
Interesting.
It's pretty. Some of the songs are pretty
I'm
fucked
gonna
up.
12-song
hurt
program.
myself.
Pretty much. He's dead now.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Well, he has a
OD'd.
song called "Expired," so
Yeah, it's
That
a
he
12-song
is.
program. You should listen to it. It'll make you probably pretty sad,
yeah, I'll
but
put
it's
that
good.
in the,
I
stay
don't
away,
know if I
pal.
need.
Stay away
Yeah.
from. Just add the whole album to your thing and listen to it.
Jeez.
I went and cleared some. Sorry, I've always downloaded my music on Spotify because I get in places where it won't play. And I went on there the other day without managing it. I had 27 gigabytes worth of songs downloaded on my phone. It's because I have them all downloaded in the highest quality, and I'm like, all this shit I'm playing on can't perform in that highest quality. I don't know why I'm downloading it like that.
Yeah, I had mine downloaded, and it was.
I had to delete
taking a
all of
bunch
them,
space.
and the one I didn't delete was the Breaking Benjamin radio, is because in Mama's yard and Marie's yard in town, my phone don't get any signal, so I can still listen to my music. But
Yeah,
we're gonna go through.
Thank Trevor for introducing me to Breaking Benjamin because they're like now my favorite band.
Yep.
I don't even know how I heard them. To be honest with you,
I don't either. You just started listening to them, and you were like, "Hey, listen to this shit," and I was
it
like,
was like all I listened to was like
Okay.
Breaking Benjamin and The Fray and 3 Days Grace. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
yeah.
the
The
fray. I hate when Tyler gets into the fray mood.
I'll throw it on sometimes.
"Hey, that was one of my."
I never knew.
It's so.
I went through that phase myself. I can't listen to it now though.
I still
I
can.
can still listen to it.
Boy, I could cut that on and just vibe.
Where did I go wrong?
I lost a friend.
Yeah, I can listen to The Fray. And then 3 Days Grace, sometimes I'm like, Jesus Christ. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was like sixth grade. I was like
Not 3 Days Grace. Three
a
Doors Down
12-year-old
came on
listening
today.
to this, like Animal I've Become. And I'm like, you are fucking
Pain.
weirdo.
You're over there singing
Yeah.
1X and Pain.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody kind of went through
those
that
are
in middle school.
those are on my Breaking Benjamin radio, and I'd be these people I cut grass for. I hope they ain't looking out their window at me because I'll be just like singing along the whole time I'm cutting. Man, it's just everything.
And Tyler cannot sing, if you have not noticed that already. Bless his heart, he
Cry
loves
like a
to.
little bitch.
I mean, I'm not claiming I'm the best singer either, but
I was telling somebody at work about that. Like, I wish when I was younger, I would just not have like this stupid preconceived notions about certain genres and stuff, and just listen to stuff I like instead of being like, oh, I don't like that because for whatever
you miss out on
reason.
2
Because
Chainz when you
there's
do that.
Stupid country
Well,
people in your school that make you be like, man, they probably
That,
listen to
but
country
then-
school.
And
country
then
music.
I started smoking pot in high school, and then all I listened to was rap. Instead of just listening to everything.
Wiz
Well, that was
Khalifa
dead
high,
separate.
yeah.
I listen to Wiz Khalifa a lot. I don't even listen to him anymore. He's not bad. I just don't.
Have you seen him now? He's freaking yoked because he was like,
Yeah, he works out.
yeah. Because he wants
Instead of getting Wiz Khalifa high, he gets Wiz Khalifa worked out.
to get meditated over
Don't say
medicated.
that. That sounds weird.
I mean, that's part of exercise.
God, see, we're sitting here talking about it now, and I got like so many Wiz Khalifa songs that would definitely be in my top songs. I'd have to have at least a list of like my top 100 songs. Like-
Yeah. That'd still be difficult.
Yeah, I
just
made like a
switch
list of
all.
like 20 and highlighted my top 5 out of the 20.
Give us one of them.
My top one is Release by Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam.
That's what my tattoo is from.
Yes. I knew that Pearl Jam would be on your list.
My 5th one is For My Daughter by Kane Brown.
Even though he's
Kane
having a
Brown?
son.
I know. Just listen to the song though. It's
It's really
such a
good.
good song.
It is a really good
I'm just
song.
not
And
really a Kane Brown. I'm
I'm
not
not
a
a Kane Brown fan,
Yeah.
Kane
but
Brown
that
fan.
song is just beautiful. And in
about-
Boy by Lee
It's
Bryce.
about Tyler not having a daddy growing up, so he's going to be a good one.
It's what we've always said. We've learned what not to do when for parenting. And I have to put it up there because it hits some heartstrings. I don't even know if Haley knows my number one.
Haley, what you got on your list?
Yeah, okay. So I'll start with number 5, which really deserves a higher place on my list, but it's so hard. It is so hard to put them in order.
Yeah.
It just depends on the day, but today my number 5 is Georgia on My Mind by Ray Charles.
Damn.
Because Ray Charles, I just love Ray Charles, and I love jazz, and that's something I can turn on in the car, and like my brain doesn't have to even work. I can relax.
Oh, I forgot about the ink spots. God dang it.
Can't forget
There's
about
so
them.
much music. And if
Yes.
you really like music, like if you are a person that really enjoys music, it's really hard to choose.
Music is a huge part of my life. I'm always listening to it.
Dude, music is therapy. And it's crazy because like some people aren't into what? That sounded really, really stupid.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not making fun of y'all because it is. I feel the same way, but it's just verbalizing it. It sounds really cheesy.
I mean, it's true though.
Yeah,
like
that's
for
like
real. Like
almost every human being on
Yeah.
Earth.
But no, there are some people that don't give two shits about music, and I will call out Kyle on this. This man does
Kyle.
not care really about any type of music. All he ever listens to is rap, and he does not get into the music at all. Like, he does not dive into songs, because I've asked him about certain things, and he's just like, I mean, I just like it because it sounds good. Like, the beat sounds nice. So
There's
I'm
no
like,
way.
dude, what the hell? Like, he doesn't like going to concerts
It's
or
poetry in music form.
At work, I play, and because I do a lot of driving, and then I got someone in the truck with me, and it's always Leroy, and he gets so annoyed. I can't help it. I sing along to any song I know. I'm singing along to it. That's just how I do. And he's always like, "You gotta sing along to every song that's gonna play." I'm like, "Yeah, that's just shut up, man. This is how I do my life. This is I sing along." I also, speaking of aliens, I also think, what if aliens came, listened to our music, and was like, "These are just people talking."
Are you high?
If you think about it, music is just people talking at different pitches.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
A little
And-
bit of instrument behind it.
Not even instrument, just like materials banging together. I'm sorry. I got a little too deep.
I think
Don't think that's deep at
think-
all.
Tyler's not okay.
Uh,
Scott, give us one from your list. I don't think you've given one yet.
in your head.
All right. I did put Burning Love by Elvis on here.
Ah.
But
Hunka hunka burning love.
I know that's like such a popular song by Elvis, and it's more the fact that like one, it was like one of the first songs I ever heard by Elvis,
Okay.
and I was like, this is fantastic. And then my granddad was the main one that was like a huge Elvis fan, so he's the one that kind of got me into Elvis, so it just kind of stuck with that being like the first song. And I don't know what it is. It's the line in it where it's like, Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rising.
Mm-hmm.
Higher, higher. It's burning like straight through to my soul. And that like,
I
so
have a-
cheesy. This is so cheesy. But that line has always been like one of my favorite lines in a song, and it's just I don't know. I guess
got a
it's just because of my
favorite line in a
granddad.
song.
So.
Is it on your
Yeah.
list, or can I say it?
What?
My favorite line in any song.
I don't know what it is.
You gonna know it. Childish Gambino, Redbone.
Oh yeah,
That
that
dude
is
like
That
on my
peanut
list.
butter chocolate cake with Kool-Aid. Oh my God, that is
line-
different,
yeah,
bro.
it really
on
does.
my number 2 on my list. Because-
Chocolate cake with Kool-Aid. Oh my gosh, man, that song.
When he came out with that album specifically, and he started doing different stuff other than rap, that was insane. Because at first it was like, whoa, this is a long song. What the heck? It's just like the beat to it and the music. It's just like so chill. And once again, it's one of those things you don't have to really think about. It's just there. And I just love Childish Gambino too, so I would pick any of his
Yeah.
music to be on my list. But
Every time she'll look, I feel her looking at me, and we both just in sync. That peanut butter chocolate cake with Kool-Aid. It's just, it hits different, and it's just, I don't
me
know.
and Tyler will be in the car, and we'll start doing the instruments too. We'll go like,
Well, yeah, womp 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 womp. Yeah,
specifically with that song, because we listen to it a lot, probably too much,
Probably.
probably.
I
Yeah,
have
we
to
listen
put
it a lot too.
Yeah, but I mean, he did a good job on that album because all he did was take what his parents used to listen to and stuff, and he wanted to imitate it. When I first heard it, I didn't even know that was him.
I know, because it's like not. It doesn't sound
it's like half the songs on that album. He kind of changes his voice in a bunch of different ones. I think I'll throw at 4. It's coming from a Breaking Benjamin radio. Cold by Crossfade. I fucking love that song.
It's a good
I
one.
played it so much that I don't even like listening to it anymore.
That's the
hate it
only
when
thing
that
about
happens.
that song. It's not a
That's
bad
a
song.
lot
I
of
love
those
it,
songs from that.
but it's like
It feels
lot
like
of
it comes on
electronic
more
rock.
than any song in my.
It really does
in this
because it comes on a
playlist.
lot on mine.
But
I have my 2,000 songs.
I just like it. So
I mean, it's a good song, but there's a lot of songs, a lot of that. I might have just burnt myself out on them. Like, I love Breaking Benjamin. But there's sometimes I skip past them because I'm like, I don't know. It hasn't changed. I still like it, but I get it to where, like, I'll get, like, an album, and I'll just listen to that album. That's the thing I put on, and I'll listen to
over
it.
and over again.
It's kind of like, right now it's David Kushner, and then I had Echoes, and then I had Joji at one point. Joji's a big one. I love
Joji's
Joji.
Joji.
good.
Oh gosh,
His,
Joji's got some up there with me.
Dang it, what's the red album called?
From
Dang
who?
it, his Nectar.
Oh.
That one, I played that one so much.
That's something I've never done.
That's all I do, really.
Yeah, is like listen to albums. Like most of the time, I'll just like listen to a song that I like. But like Kendrick Lamar came out with that album not that long ago, where it's kind of like he's telling a story the whole time, and Logic does that too.
Yeah.
And
Logic.
Did you have CDs as a kid?
Juice WRLD.
yes, I did,
Okay.
but I would mostly get like the Now 23
Okay.
or whatever, and like so it would just have what was popular at the time.
I don't even listen to albums. It's just certain songs. It's just that Nectar, that album is one I listen to all the time. And I'll just pick the ones I like the most, and it's just, that's what I'm listening to. And then I'll find somebody else, and I don't even like listen to the ones I had been listening to for a while. It's just whatever it's like at the moment. And then sometimes I'll put my playlist on like shuffle, because that's how I've always listened to music. I'll just have one big playlist and I just shuffle it.
That's how I
But
do it.
usually I just hit it until I hit a song that I'm like, all right, I'll listen to this one. But even then, I'll be like halfway through and I'm like,
Well, Spotify started making, like, I got the Breaking Benjamin radio, then I have my country mix, and then country beach songs came on because we were down at the beach listening to those. It always makes a mix for,
yeah,
and it is so crazy how good it is at making songs, like and that's like the DJ on Spotify. I was listening to him
DJ's
yesterday.
hit or miss for me sometimes.
He's always on point for me, and he's like, let me take it back to 2018, and
I've never used it before.
he'll take it back to 2018, and I'm like, damn, I forgot this song, and then like I re-add it to my
Broccoli.
playlist. Yeah,
All she wanted was
so
some
broccoli. It's a stupid song, but it's like I listened to that every day in high school.
I have a Toss a Coin to Your Witcher. I love that
Yeah,
song.
I like
Ari
it too.
likes
Haley
it.
doesn't
Ari was
like
singing
it.
that in the house the other day.
Me and her will sing it in the car. We love that. I love that song.
Haley doesn't, because me and James used to play it on repeat.
Too much. Listen to it too much.
Katie, what's another one?
Well, I'll go back down to the bottom. Number 5 for me is "Coming Down" by Tyler Childers. Childers, however you say it.
Shake the Frost is on my list.
Yes.
What number did I put it at?
Oh yeah, I don't really care. Oh, I guess y'all.
I
should
put
know,
it at
but
3. What
I
do
was
you
about
not
to say
care
I
about?
don't care about old music. Like I don't care for Elvis. Like
You really don't?
I mean, I can listen to it and I can understand.
Here's
Like
the
it's a
deal.
good song. I just do not.
If
care
I'm
for
on
it.
a boat or in a pool or in any body of water, I'm going to listen to 70s rock or
No, I might not like that
like-
as much as country music. Like it's not
Really?
saying I don't like it, but
Yeah,
I really
classic
old
rock.
like classic old rock. I've never
80s
liked it.
hair metal rock. I don't do the 80s.
I-
80s was such
80s
a
is
trash
questionable,
period of
but
music to me.
60s and 70s music is something I could listen to all day. You put on some
Yes.
ABBA, you put on some
Aretha Franklin,
yes, some Etta James,
some Ink Spots.
yes. You
The
put
Beatles.
on I'm trying to think of more 70s.
But yeah, my top 5 changes all the time. There's no way for me to do
But,
that all
like,
the time.
I just don't understand. Is there like some bad memories with those songs?
Just
like
don't like it.
just
I mean,
don't
I
like
just don't
it.
care for it. It's
Because,
really I
like-
don't care for it. I can listen to it if somebody has it on. I mean, I can jam out.
I mean, that's
but
like the original stoner music, like is the 70s, like
not what I listen to.
Oh, well, he wasn't a stoner in the 70s, so.
yeah.
no, well, it still is like it's sad boy music. Some of this is a little sad boy.
Trevor's stoner music was Cottonmouth King.
Yeah. Oh,
Unfortunately,
Cottonmouth King's on the radio now.
it's all right.
I have them on
but
my
I'm like,
playlist. I still listen to
golly.
them.
Smoke weed
So you don't
for
like
the
Led
rest of my
Zeppelin,
life.
Jimi Hendrix, any of that?
Like I said, I it's not like I don't like it. I'm like, oh, I hate this music. I just don't. It's not like something that I'm gonna go to and put on. I mean, I probably can listen to like Jimi Hendrix and stuff, but I just don't. Put
Some
it on.
CCR.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I like to get into like heavy metal,
Crenshaw County Riders.
like get it. One time I told
That
Ari,
is
I was
the
like, I
thing
gotta
I
get you into
cannot
this,
get into.
and I turned it up, and it was like going. It was like.
I
See,
can't
you
do it.
talking, you talking about the music that you can just like not have to think to, like jazz and stuff like that.
Yeah, that.
Loud ass rock and screaming is what
I
does
don't
it
get
because
it.
it's louder than what's in my head, and I don't.
Yes.
It drowns it all out, and I'm like, yes.
You remember that
This
band
is
you listened to?
great.
What were they called? I Butter the Toast with Butter?
Yeah.
You used to. I'd be like,
I didn't
Trevor,
play that. I played that to be funny because it was like this is
This is like, it
crazy.
sounds just like a pig squealing the whole song.
I honestly I don't
Uh,
even care for screaming because I don't know what they're saying.
I don't like
Downfall of
loud
Us All.
noises.
Was a good one, too.
Dead to Remember is a great band.
Yeah.
It will stress me out more.
Really, I just want to listen to the instruments. Like when
Yeah.
somebody's like ripping on
Well,
a
that's
guitar,
how I feel
like hard
about
rock, I'm like-
jazz. Because if I hear somebody playing the piano,
I like jazz too. Like
You
I mean,
like
and yes, like a good old
you
trumpet.
like jazz?
you like jazz.
I feel the same way about that as y'all feel about heavy metal.
I mean, I like jazz too. I'll listen to it. I'm probably not with singing, but I, honestly,
Like some Frank Sinatra, you put that on.
like you know how have you heard that thing where people hear either the more they hear the lyrics more or the beat more?
Right.
I hear the beat more, and I can't understand lyrics for the life of me a lot of the times. A lot of times I gotta look it
Yeah.
up
I have
because
to
it
really
sounds like
listen.
the song will be going, and it just sounds like they're going to be like,
When
oh, yes, I'm like, and I'll get the lyrics totally wrong.
I always get them wrong. I can never remember 'em.
That's why I like
Spotify came
electronic music
out
more.
where they have the lyrics and stuff, and I always look.
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers corrected me on a country song I've been listening to. It's by dang it, hold on, what's his name?
You
Little
all
Bitty
the
House,
time.
but it was made out of love. Truck in the yard, or dog barking in a truck in the yard we don't own. I thought it said we don't own, but it's dog barking at a truck we don't know. And I've gone like 4 years.
No, I mean that's kind of close.
But
There's some things that you do get like really mixed up.
Justin Moore, that's his name. We didn't have much.
Yeah.
I went through a country phase from like 2013 to 2016 where I listened to like mainstream on the radio country, and that was like all I listened to. I can't hardly even listen to it now. Like,
Can't listen to the
Man.
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen's all right.
I can listen to some of his when like Dan
Zach
and
Bryan's
Shay.
on the radio now.
I don't care for Zach Bryan.
I
Oh.
love Zach Bryan. I do
Like-
not like
I don't know about
Coulter
that.
Wall.
You see, and I love Coulter
I
Wall.
love Coulter Wall.
Ooh, you don't like Coulter Wall?
She's
No.
weird about it.
I don't like Johnny Cash.
I
no.
love Johnny
Yeah.
Cash.
God,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Dang it, Johnny Cash.
I like Johnny Cash.
when
but
I listen to Johnny
That's
Cash,
sad
I'm like,
boy
is
country
it
music.
over?
Yeah, that's sad boy country right there.
Yes, and I don't vibe.
And I like-
Shut my woman down.
Dark country.
I like folk music, which
Yeah.
is very close to country, but it's
Very.
not. It's right
Tyler
there where I'm like,
Childers
yes.
is kind of teetering the line of that.
Because like Poor Man's Poison, they're
Yeah.
a really good one.
Yeah.
Katie likes some bluegrass in a way.
For my three.
Somebody get down on a banjo.
Some Loretta Lynn.
Oh, yeah.
I do
You
like
get down
Loretta
on an
Lynn.
instrument and you fucking rip on an instrument, I'll love it.
For my third one.
Get a flute and you get on that thing.
I mean, if you could play it, play it. That's how I feel
A
too.
little piccolo flute.
Oboe.
For my third, I'm gonna be a little different. I know we're only doing songs, but my third is an album, and it's
You
it's
get
only
on my
it's,
nerves.
It's 3 songs, and it's the Tyler Chillard's OurVinyl Sessions,
Yeah.
and it has the live recordings of Nose on the Grindstone, Stone, White House Road, which that one's all right. It's really just mainly Nose on the Grindstone and Follow You to Virgie.
I love Follow You to
Oh
Virgie.
my God! I listen to that song and I start tearing up.
I know when
It
I
is
die,
so
Tyler's
good.
gonna play that at my funeral. It's
If
not even
she
my
dies
favorite.
before me, I'm singing it at her funeral.
It'll be fine, but I'll be like, eh.
I'm just kidding. Well,
Well, when I murder him, I'll just play it at his funeral.
Hell yeah.
yeah, that song hits different.
Scott, what else you got?
Okay. I also have All Around Me by Flyleaf because
I'm just kidding. Though.
no, that's a cool.
I'm gonna piggyback off of you when you're done.
Well, that song's really cool because like first time I ever listened to it, would have never thought that it was actually a song about God and
Yeah,
Lacey Sturm's like struggles and stuff like that with God and everything. And I don't know. I mean, Flyleaf's always been one of my favorite bands, and me and Katie saw her live not too terribly long ago. That was our second time seeing her, or was
First
that
time.
first
That's the
time
only
seeing
time
her?
I've seen her.
And it was pretty
It was good.
fantastic. And she went into depth about that song and was just talking about it. And I don't know. It was
That's
just cool to
another
see her
thing about
struggle.
artists is you might like them in the car or on your phone or whatever, but if you go and see them in concert, it can be
Oh,
a
it's
hit or
game-
miss.
Yeah, no. Well, she's a game changer.
She's better live than her albums.
Yeah,
really.
It's so much. Her voice is so more like raw and raspy than what they do on the albums. Because
She's-
like
yeah.
Katie has what is that one song by her that?
It's my number 2 song. It's called "Awaken Love," and it's about God also.
but
Okay.
fantastic.
It's so
Live.
good live, and you listen to it on the album, and it is garbage. I
It's-
hate it.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, it's
literal
rough.
garbage.
But when she's singing it to a crowd, it's better.
yeah.
Well, you can just feel her emotions in that song when she's singing it to
Well,
everybody.
she gave her testimony, and the day that she was gonna kill herself, her grandmother convinced her to go to church,
Okay.
and she like found God. And I'm actually reading her book right now. She has a really cool story, but her music, the way that she talks about God, is different than I've ever heard. It's not typical church music, and I really like her stuff.
Right, yeah. Yeah, because church music can be one way or the other.
did y'all hear? Speaking of how they perform like live, you know, Morgan Wallen had, what are they? Their vocals get stressed or whatever, and he like canceled all his shows for 6 weeks. No, like the people that were at the show didn't get a refund or anything.
Yeah.
But the other shows got refunds, and they just, instead of him coming out and saying something, they just kind of like the big screens just put up there and was like, he's not going to perform tonight. He doesn't feel good. And then a week later, it was like a week or a couple days later, Luke Combs had a concert, and he had his vocal cords were hurting, I guess. and he came out there and was like, "We're refunding everybody's tickets, but I'm still gonna give you a concert tonight." And he like could barely sing, and he let the crowd sing the songs with him, and it was super cool. It's all about who you're going to see.
Yeah, some artists definitely have a lot better stage presence than others.
Right.
And then
And it shows.
when we're talking about the radio, I can listen to some of the songs on the radio, but then they cut on like freaking Dan and Shay and all that, and it's like, bruh, this is more pop than it is
That's where they lose
country.
me on the country radio.
Yeah, and this has been talked about a lot, and it's kind of like what Kane Brown has done is a bunch of people view country as the easiest genre to get into.
It's not viewed. It literally is.
I mean,
it is
it's the easiest one to get into, and then once you get into that, then you got Kane Brown making songs with Marshmello, and he's kind of going to the pop side.
Well,
Dan and
Taylor
Shay are doing the
Swift
same
is kind
thing,
of one of the OGs who did that.
and it's just like,
She was just poppy enough to move right on over as soon as she was ready.
and that's why I like Coulter Wall and Tyler Chillard's so much, is because they're like, you got Tyler Chillard's Appalachia country, that's like mountain folk music, and then Coulter Wall, which is more like Wyoming and Montana, I feel like
Yeah.
vibe.
What you were talking about, this is kind of similar, but you're talking about how like listening to like the country station and like some like kind of more poppy comes on than like country. I think it's weird like when you don't think of it this way, but like I listen to 106.3 and that's like just classic rock. I usually listen to it like when I'm driving at work.
99.1
And
WDEN.
it's all classic rock. So when you think of classic rock, you think of like hair metal and different stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, freaking Green Day will come on the classic rock station, or Nirvana, or some like 90s rock comes on, and you're like,
It's not classic.
this shit ain't classic, but it's like, I
It
mean, that
is.
shit's like
It is.
30 years
But
old
now it
now.
is,
It's like,
yeah.
it's, I guess it is classic rock, but it's weird to hear like those with, you know.
I don't like listening to the radio.
No, I don't listen to the
The
radio
only
at
time I
all.
listen to the
I don't
radio
either.
now, though, is when I have a radio.
I
and
have
it's
that
mostly the work
Sirius.
trucks. So.
I try to
Yeah.
listen to Sirius XM. I can't. I don't like sticking to a genre like that.
Yeah.
I like Sirius XM. I will say that.
I mean, I might listen to like the because they got podcasts and like not Netflix, comedy specials and stuff on there
Yeah.
that they do bits and stuff. I might listen to that, but not really. I listen to
Boy.
podcasts and then not Spotify music.
Y'all remember John Boy and Billy in the morning?
Do I remember
You
them? I
still
listen to
listen to
them.
that
You still listen
Still
to
listen
it?
to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Scott
that's-
calls into them sometimes.
I've tried.
I called in
haven't-
the WDEN and I won tickets and didn't go.
Yeah. I know.
It was too hot. There's no way.
I couldn't. I got the tickets for free, but there's no way in hell I was affording the
It
gas.
was like affording the gas, and it was like in July.
It's in
and
Hampton. Ain't that far. You can
The
make it.
asphalt, I can just feel the heat.
But
Well,
We're talking about a NASCAR race.
the Alsco 400.
bastard didn't even give me the tickets. I asked him about it, and I was like, I ain't giving them to you. I'm going to sell them. And he didn't even sell them.
Yeah, that fucking felt like it.
It's all right.
We were going through a rough time then, too. It was a little rough that time of year.
Damn.
I'll just throw my number 2 out there. Set the World on Fire by the Ink Spots.
Hell yeah.
Because of your love for Fallout.
Yes. I mean, half of my music taste, the first Bible verse I ever learned, all that has came from the one Fallout game.
That is one thing we related to at the beginning of our relationship pretty quickly is because of Fallout, you liked older music, and that's something that I can listen to pretty easily without being annoyed. Sometimes newer music
That's Fallout New
sometimes,
Vegas.
like I like newer music and it's fine, but sometimes I get over it. And then like right now specifically, I guess because we're not in high school anymore, we're not like listening to it or whatever regularly, but like the newer songs that are coming out now are not even as good as the songs that came out in 2018.
That's a thing that.
I know.
And I guess that's like,
But that's not me. I can listen to
That's-
new music all the time and
It
love
just depends because I look. And
people
this
get
is gonna-
stuck. You get
You
like
get complacent
I
with
get
your
stuck.
old music.
I get stuck really bad because I kind of agree with you. It's like there will be some stuff that I can, and when I mean as a whole, like I can pick through a couple new stuff that's came out and usually it's because it's from artists that I've always listened to. So it's like, oh, this new song is okay out of it. Or if it's a artist I really love, I'll listen to their new stuff. But yeah, I'm real complacent. I've gotten stuck to where it's like between the 90s and early 2000s is where I'm stuck, and I'll be stuck
when
there
you're a
forever.
Kid, you set
Yeah,
your
that's
music
true.
taste, and then that's why when everybody does it, like, oh, this new music ain't nothing like it was back then. I don't do that, but I'm just an outlier because I'm a
Well,
weirdo.
I'm just thinking like the things that my 9-year-old sister listens to, like, is not even that different from what I listened to a few years ago. But there's something about it where I'm like, this is just not hitting anymore. Like it is, I don't know. It's not as catchy.
And it's also, I mean, it's
Mass produced more.
Well, that's
also who you grow up with, because a bunch of my music taste came from y'all, and my whole thing, I don't even know what to call it. What is like Breaking Benjamin called?
Butt rock.
Butt rock, the stupidest fucking
Alternative
name
rock.
in the world.
Some people call it dad rock, like
That's a
divorced
little bit
dad
better.
rock.
That-
Force Dad.
Yeah, well, Haley calls
Camaro
it Divorced Dad
rock.
Radio or whatever.
Right in there.
But
My dad was not divorced.
Yeah,
but
did I
that's
know?
what he
Technically
listened
called
to.
post grunge, but
yeah, that's what my boss listens to, and we'll be riding the truck together, and he always just cuts it on his phone and puts it on the dash and listens to it, and I'll be singing along over there, and he'll look at me and he's like, "How do you know this?" And I'm like, "It's what I grew up on. Like, it's
Weezer?
3 Days
I mean,
Grace,
I'm just
Three Doors Down, all that." And he's like, well, "That's kind of weird." I mean,
you were born in the 90s. It's not that weird. Like it was
1999.
No, but what I'm saying is a lot of
Yeah,
that stuff is early
yeah.
2000s. So you were
Yeah.
old enough to have heard it when it was on the
Yeah.
radio.
But see, I'm not like that. Like sometimes the old stuff, like Breaking Benjamin and all that, I just get past it. Like I'm always getting like new
I think
songs.
I've kind
I
of
don't
came
know
back
why it is
into
like-
I stopped listening to it for a while because I listened for 5 years just straight country. That's all I listened to. I still do, but recently with like cutting the grass and working outside when I have my earbuds in and stuff, it's when I'm doing like hard labor or just manual work, I'm gonna listen to.
Specifically, recently, I've noticed that me and Tyler's music tastes are completely opposite. So it's hard right now for, like, if one of us has the phone for in the car, like, one of us is annoyed about what the other one's playing. But then we go through stages where it's like we listen to the same thing, and it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, Haley's over here listening to the new song by
Tyler the Creator.
Okay.
That one is a good one. That one's not new. It's kind of been out for a while. But
I
that
feel
one's so
like
good.
Katie gets like that sometimes with some of her music, which
Oh, I
most of her
hyperfixate
music,
really bad.
she does.
That's what I do.
'Cause it'll be the
one
same
these 2 or 3
song.
I can
songs.
listen to it 4 times.
Yeah.
It just scratches my brain.
I will, like that Miserable Man or whatever.
Yeah.
I can replay it. I can get to the end and replay it.
I could do that with
I
this
get
Tyler
like that
Childers
with some
song.
songs,
Not
but
Yeah.
Katie is
Childers,
the type
but-
that like every time we got in the car,
I'm on
she's
one
gonna
right
play
now.
it.
It's one of the new Hosier, however you say it.
Yeah, because he
It's-
came out. Has he come out with his
it
new
comes
album?
out in August, but he released like 2 or 3 songs.
Okay.
And it's called Unknown/Nth.
Okay.
It's so good. God, it's so good.
I need to listen to it because I like Hosier.
Oh man, it's so good.
I've noticed as I've gotten older too, with like some of my music choices and like what considered my favorite and stuff has changed. It's, I guess when you're younger, when you're thinking about certain types of music that you listen to in different parts of your life, I've noticed now that I start listening to stuff that is kind of like more deep with the lyrics and less about the music, I guess, side of it.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna
The
sound
more how
dumb.
like it makes you feel.
Like
You can relate to it when you get
Yes.
older. Yeah.
in high school,
I've done
one
that
of my
since I was-
biggest artists was freaking LMFAO.
Oh,
And and it's like that type of music
And-
was because like it related to my
the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
and the Black Eyed Peas, but that related to like all my
Every
friends
day I'm shuffling.
having fun, summertime, like doing stuff like just
when
stupid
I
shit.
met Scott, he would. There was a couple times that we left from school together in that little truck
Hell
that
yeah.
you guys had, and it was nothing but LMFAO, and then in the middle of it, it would be like that Uncle Cracker song.
Oh,
And then it
follow
would
me.
go back to LMFAO, and I'm like, bro, there's got to be something else.
No,
I'm
if
glad
someone-
you were in control. I would have shot my fucking brains out.
But like I said, I listen to shit like that necessarily I wouldn't listen to now. Now it's like I turn it on and I'm skipping through that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always liked deep music, but also like just like regular like EDM and stuff. But like if I can relate to it, I get goosebumps. Y'all get goosebumps?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, if music gets me in
Oh,
the right
yeah.
mood, like sends a shiver down my spine.
Shiver Down Spines by Zach Bryan. Ah, dang it, man.
Post Malone's one of those
Oh yeah.
artists that I could
White
listen
Iverson. I've recently heard that song
to.
twice,
And
and I was like, bruh, I used to listen to
that
that song
song?
getting buggies at Walmart or at Ingles every day.
he came out with a new album too.
He's kind of fallen off for me.
What, Whitney?
Logic kind of did too.
That's what it is.
Oh,
Like their Post Malone, that yellow album, I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
rock with Rockstar in it.
Yeah, but I didn't even. That wasn't even the top
what
song. I
is-
like Paranoid,
Oh yeah.
but that's because I like the lyrics.
Post
And
Malone's a cool artist.
whatever I'm going through, if the song, I immediately attach myself to it because there's a lot of Juice WRLD.
Oh, beer bongs and Bentleys.
I was gonna
That's
say
yeah,
that,
that's
but I
it.
didn't want to be wrong.
Yeah.
Juice WRLD is one that I stuck. He was probably the first artist that died that I was very, very upset
Yes.
I did not understand that because I did not like him like that.
about.
I
There's a lot of
love
songs.
Juice WRLD, and when he died, when I went on my senior cruise, that is the time. No, listen, this is the time when XXX Tentacion or whatever died, and we had a friend in our friend group who was the biggest fan of this dude.
I gave him a lot of shit, but I actually kind of like his songs.
So yeah, because he's got them sad boy rap songs. Literally, one's named Sad, but we were giving him so much crap for that, and then Juice WRLD died, and I was like, I feel like an asshole now because.
Yeah, it's rough. Like that's
Yeah.
the first one where he died, and I was like, oh my! I was
Are you
like,
serious?
like, I was like really like I was like, man, I didn't cry. Except for which I don't like what they're doing with which I don't know, it's hit or miss. I don't know exactly because I haven't read up on it, but he's dead. They've come out with like 2 or 3
The
albums
unfinished songs.
Yeah. Well, they did that with XXX Tentacion. They
And it's
released
like-
an album full of ringtones.
and it's like,
They were all like 17 seconds long.
well, his are actual songs, and that's just because he made songs and he loved to make songs. But it's like, are you banking off of him because you
Yeah.
know, or is it
That's
his family?
like
I
Michael
don't
Jackson.
Is
like,
there a
they're
reason
constantly
why
trying to
these
do
weren't
stuff with Michael
released that he
Jackson.
didn't want to release them?
know.
Because
The Righteous song that made me tear up a lot.
yeah,
That one was because he a lot of his songs are about anxiety and depression and stuff. So it's like I can relate to it, and it's a lot like I think that a lot of people were in that, or with me at least, and that's why I liked his song so much. And like if he like rapped about other than that and like other kind of
because he
stuff,
swallowed a bag of Percocets.
Well, don't worry. When the AIs
Hey,
take over the world, you'll be able to
probably
listen to
shouldn't
them
eat
all the time.
Me, if I had a time machine going back to save Juice WRLD, hey, you probably shouldn't eat that. That's how he died. He was getting off a plane and he had a bag.
well,
of
they knew he was gonna get arrested. He was gonna get stopped when he landed, so he ate them all. And
he swallowed the
OD'd.
baggie and it killed him.
Yeah.
That's about dumb as fuck.
Uh-huh.
Still
With
makes
that,
some
like
great ass music.
those rappers with that time, that's a lot of their problems and stuff. That's a lot
Mac
of the
Miller I
problems.
didn't get into later, but at least his was just like a
fentanyl
fentanyl.
overdose.
Yeah.
Do you remember Till the End by Logic?
Yeah,
That's my favorite Logic song.
his 2
I have
albums
to
I
be in a
love a
good
lot.
mood to listen to Logic.
Under
His
Pressure.
second Bobby Tarantino one I like.
His
The other ones are hit or miss. The Supermarket's not that bad. The little red one where he tried to do like more of a Foo Fighters type, but I mean it's just they just didn't hit like the
get
other one.
Swifty.
One person I think we all can kind of like around here is Young Gravy, who is new.
I don't
You
think
know
they
it's
like
trash
Young
music.
I
Gravy.
don't think that it's good music,
It's
but
not.
it is funny as hell to listen to.
It is
Yeah.
so funny.
It's only
And it
catchy.
does
Gravy
get-
make a splash like
It
Pippin.
gets in your head too, like, and he's
That's
just funny
that's the
in general.
time Gravy hit a threesome in the deli.
What's that one that me and you listen to?
That Florida something line or
Like
something.
Florida Bust Down or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
That
But
one's
that like
funny.
he got that's
One
if
thought,
he's
two
going for
thought,
that-
red thought, blue thought.
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
funny. Then I don't think it's necessarily bad music
Ice
because he's like
wrist.
this
He's
is
just having fun.
funny. And this is like upbeat.
And he'll take old music and add it in too sometimes,
Yeah.
which I really like. I like him more than I like Little Dicky
Bitch
about
splash.
that. Yeah.
Gravy all over my cash. Young Steve Nash. Pull up in the motherfucking splash.
but it goes hard a little bit. Too.
It does. Mr. Clean.
That's like Lil
Mr.
Dicky, but Lil
Clean.
Dicky's hit or miss. Like I gotta be in the mood
Yeah.
for
That's
Lil Dicky.
my
Lil
thing,
Dicky, he had a big part of my high school career too.
Okay, my top number one.
Can anybody guess it
No.
before she says it?
I would have no idea.
Amazing Grace.
Y'all all the time making fun of
That
me.
is
In
one
the
thing
arms of
before
the angel.
No, before if I'm at church, I am in a gospel mood. I will rock out
I
to any
need worship
song.
music so I don't be
But-
mean to nobody.
I only have like 2 songs on my playlist, Christian songs, and it's like Cornerstone, which I love, and then I can't remember the other one, but I can't listen to them on my own. They're just
Yeah.
they don't.
it's the way. That's kind of how.
But
I
when
am.
I'm at church, you best believe I'm at Rock
Mine's
Springs.
A Lion and the Lamb. That's my
Oh,
favorite.
that one's good.
Well,
I
what
like
about
The one off of Brother Where Art Thou? Come down to the river.
I can only imagine.
Oh, that one's a good one.
Don't get
I
me
can
started.
only imagine.
No, so good God.
Y'all trying to make Tyler cry?
a little bit scared that song will
Songs
come
will
on
come
because it
on?
will make me emotional too. And I'm like, please don't play this song. I think the one time they play, it,
I
was like,
cry
"Oh."
every time it plays. I can't help myself.
I can only imagine. That
Yes.
song?
Yeah, it was
I
like
mean,
Dad's
it's a sad
favorite
song.
They
Yeah.
played
I mean,
that
not
like
sad,
when he
but
died and
like
stuff.
a-
They played it.
That
It was like,
in the memorial tape they played it, and Haley was like, "Are we gonna listen to?" No, it was at the end, and the pastor's wife started singing it, and I was like,
yeah, it's rough.
after I thought I had cried it all out, and that started playing, I was like, "Damn it!"
Yeah, when
and
you-
I remember being a kid at Rock Springs, and they would play it,
remember
and
that.
I would start crying.
Yeah, because you gave me anxiety because I was like, oh my god. It's like, oh god, Tyler's made this scene. Because Tyler he got ugly cries. He gets
Oh, yeah,
loud.
Tyler
I'm
Loud.
like,
I've kind of learned
Tyler
to
can be an
control it.
emotional boy.
Yeah, I've kind of learned to control it a little bit, but like sometimes I gotta let it out.
It's because Tyler tries to hold it back so much, and then you hear him
Explodes.
explode. Yeah, it's like Tyler's trying to breathe, and it's like, there it goes.
We're the same way, but I can hold it in.
Anyways, my number one song, top number one, anytime, ask me to do karaoke, anything, Bohemian Rhapsody by
oh
Queen.
my
Oh, no.
God,
Oh,
that's
no.
your number one.
One.
Haley, please.
Okay, first of all, Queen. If you put any Queen song on, I am down.
Fat bottom girls, they damn sure do make this rock and world go round.
I love Freddie Mercury. I love that band. I love.
I love that bitch. I love Freddie Mercury. I love that bitch.
I don't know. I always loved the "We Will Rock You" when I was a kid, and then the "We Are the Champions," and I don't know. I just love Queen, and then I love Bohemian Rhapsody because it's such a fun song because it is. You have to sing every part of it, and you have to do the voice with it.
Haley, me and you never agree on stuff.
I know,
That is my
and
all-time
that is okay.
least favorite
I know
band
you don't
ever.
like Queen.
No, I thought you hated Journey more.
No, I hate that one Journey song. The train one.
Oh,
It's
Uh-huh.
so overplayed though.
I like don't
just a small town
Yeah.
boy.
yeah, it's too
God.
much.
no
Born and
don't
raised
stop
in
me now.
South
Is
Detroit.
better than Bohemian Rhapsody to me. Don't stop me now.
I like.
I
I
it.
didn't
I
even
can
watch
listen to
Wayne's
Queen.
World, and I liked that song. But then once I've watched Wayne's World, now every time the
I have-
guitar sequence comes on, I have to do the headbanging too.
You want a good karaoke show? Let Scott sing some Queen. Them high notes.
He got
Man,
entertained.
I've started recently in the past like maybe 2 years started listening to like some Michael Jackson.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson's good.
I
Any
love Michael
age.
Jackson.
I do too.
Any age of Michael Jackson.
That's why people look past child touching.
Yeah,
I don't think that really happened.
allegedly.
but Billie Jean, I can recite that whole song.
but Dirty Diana is where it's at.
I ain't never heard it.
It's good.
I've been kind of like slowly getting into it because he died on my birthday, and I feel like I should
How do
just.
you
I
feel
knew you
about
were
the
gonna say
Beatles?
that.
You don't feel any way about the
my
Beatles
birthday.
or the Beach
I mean,
Boys.
I get why they're
Hey,
good.
the
I don't like
Beatles.
either of those either. Scott loves the Beatles, and I do not.
You don't like the
I'm
Beach
not a
Boys?
Beatle head like everybody. Like,
The-
the Beatles are the great band.
Once I
No,
found
I
out that I
I'm
was
not a big-
having a beautiful baby boy, all I could think about that was the song. It was like
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful boy.
"Beautiful Boy." I love that song.
I
The
won't-
story behind those songs are fucked
mean, it's
up.
messed
though.
That's what
up.
I was about to say.
But Hey Jude's good too.
Yeah, they talk about. They call the kid who was being beat up, or the one that was like left behind, Jude. Like, bruh, it should be the other way around.
No, I will say I won't. I'm not like Beatles is the greatest thing known to man,
No,
but
but
I
they got
enjoy
good.
the Beatles.
Yeah.
I'll say that. And that whole thing about what is it? The Rolling Stones or the Beatles or some shit like
Yeah,
that. You can only like one or the other.
No, you can like both.
I don't like either.
That's just like Elton John and Billy. Is it Billy Joel? Yeah.
I'm
There's
starting to
a
get into
big
90s
fight on
rap.
those. 90s,
90s
rap?
rap be hitting, boy.
Dude, they get it.
It does.
my number one song is "Got to Be Heading South" by Zach Bryan.
I knew you were going to say that.
How'd you know?
It's his number
'Cause
one song right now.
You were
though.
obsessed with that song when you lived here.
I still am. Just all they care about is a fucking dollar sign. That part hits me.
That's like the one line of that entire song that sticks out, and I think it's because of the way he reacts when he said, like the way he says it.
Yeah, I mean, he's fucking dollar sign. I love that song so much.
You were talking about like certain lines in the song that just kind of hit. That's like Kaleo, "I Can't Go On Without You," when it's just like that light music at the very beginning, and then he just starts getting
Punches
into
it.
it. And it's like as he's singing it, he's getting like more into that song.
Yeah.
It shit hits hard.
Any song that has like where they get in it and they kind of like you can feel like they're
They're
probably
getting
not
angry.
singing anymore.
Yeah.
I love those songs.
It's like they're getting angry or upset as the song keeps going on.
Yeah.
So my number 4 is Ty. So Seether's one of my favorite bands, and they did like an acoustic set called One Cold Night, and it's so much better than the regular ones. But it's a tie between Diseased and Tied My Hands.
Those are both really good.
Did they cover Careless Whisper? Was that Seether that did that?
I think so, yes.
Because it keeps coming on my Breaking Benjamin radio.
I'm pretty sure it was Seether.
I like Careless Whisper anyway. I like that song. It's just, I kind of like it. But the freaking rock cover is awesome.
Yeah.
I love acoustic versions of songs.
I was about to say
Yeah,
that too.
anything
Yeah.
acoustic's good.
That song,
Which-
The Cool Kids, has an acoustic version. Y'all know the song I'm talking about. I just can't think of the band.
Seether is a band to me though that so we
You
saw
know you're
Seether
not
live, and I was not as impressed with them live.
So the singer has really bad anxiety and like stage issues, and
Shine
he
down.
didn't even stand in the middle. He stood on the left hand side, and it happened to be the side away from us. But I mean, his voice is so.
No,
amazing.
I'm not knocking the man. He's phenomenal. I love Seether and everything. It was
He
just
like
that
plays with his hair in his face and everything. Like
Yeah.
he has serious stage issues.
he was
with
like,
anxiety.
yeah, and it was weird, and it just didn't sound like full Seether to me. But like, he did the smaller acoustic set with that album,
with One Cold Night. Yeah.
and it's absolutely
Really
great.
good.
Like I love it, and it's just crazy how the difference can be when, depending on the artist and the way that they feel about this.
They covered a Pearl
Right.
Jam song on that album too. Well, and see, and that's the thing. Is like my favorite songs change. Then I have favorite albums that I may not have a favorite song on, but they're like the greatest albums ever. And then there's like my favorite bands. Like Paramore's one of my favorite bands, but
I love
as
Paramore.
far as like top 5 favorite songs, I can't pick one of their songs. But
I do love Paramore. That's where we can agree.
yeah,
Bruh,
We can agree on
how
Paramore.
y'all
Hell
even
yeah.
talk about Evanescence?
Because I'm not gonna lie, Lacey Sturm changed my like. I love Amy Lee, but I used to think Amy Lee was the best artist when it came to females. Lacey Sturm's changed that for me. I'm kind of on her
mean,
bandwagon right
How
now.
how is a Nickelback song not on your top 5
See,
list?
that's what I'm saying. Nickelback.
Look at
I
such a-
just thought about Nickelback. Hey, Don't roll your
No,
eyes.
I love
was about to
Nickelback, but
say.
it is not going to make a top 5.
No, not a top 5.
Everybody
How
in this
you
world hated on Nickelback for no damn reason.
They used to
Of
play
who
Nickelback
I
at the damn
really
sock
am.
hop at Hubbard.
That shit used to go hard too.
Yeah.
If you start any of their songs,
That's
I'll
my
know.
that's my dad outside the car. Oh no, the keys. They must have fell out of his positions.
I can listen to Adele at any time.
Oh
I went
gosh,
through an
Skyfall.
Adele phase, too.
Yeah, it's fantastic. song.
Yes, it come on, and I changed it because Haley doesn't really like it, but
I thought "Rolling in the Deep" would hit hard too.
Yeah.
I know it's a
They
very
all hit
popular
hard.
song.
She can get it. When
Yeah.
she gets up in there. When you can get it.
She can get it.
She can get up in there.
She can get up on in there.
I got a lot of like one-hit wonders with country too, and
Yeah.
but the problem with one-hit wonders with country is that they're always overplayed.
Yeah,
Like "Buy Me a Boat." You don't.
I know.
Yeah.
I
I'm
need to get
trying
some.
to look.
You're talking about Skyfall. The James Bond songs are really good, but Billie Eilish's is my favorite. Like, cause we saw it in the theater, and it was just like the perfect precursor to that
I
movie.
love Billie Eilish
I do
too.
too.
Yeah, I do too. Billie Eilish is really
I hope
good.
Henry Cavill.
I like
Yeah,
how
I
soft
see
she is.
007.
Yeah.
I like
They're talking about it.
Tovlo. I listen
Rehab.
to Tovlo a lot.
I've
Oh
seen her
my
too.
gosh.
Trash it girl.
In person. She
Bartender.
flashed us on stage.
Who?
She does that
Tovlo.
everything.
Oh.
She flashes everybody. I listen to her.
How are you not
I
gonna
used to
mention-
listen to Ellie Gold
Lil Yachty.
or
Mhm.
whatever.
I used to
Ellie
listen to her.
Goulding.
Hey, I'm a big fan of Kevin Gates too.
Oh, I was about to say it.
Gates.
I was about to say it. Damn it! I was literally about to
Gates,
say Kevin
Two
Gates.
James.
I love
Jeez.
I
Kevin
could do
Gates.
either of those.
2 Chainz. Fuck. I can any part in any
Hey.
song with 2 Chainz. I can do it all.
Was it T-Pain that did the War Pigs?
One
Yes.
shot.
That shit was good.
Yeah,
That
I've
shit
been
was
listening
good.
to it.
Go
Kevin
ahead.
Gates. I love Kevin Gates though.
Katie, go ahead and mention it. He's on that list.
Who?
War Pigs. Go ahead and.
Oh, I mean Ozzy. You know.
Katie's love for
Got a
Ozzy
little
over here.
love.
Somebody's
been coming into
my room and stealing my beers. No one's doing that, darling. Have y'all seen that video?
Yes.
Sharon.
So my number 3 is a Stain song, and it's "Tangled Up in You," and it's a love song. And I really, really wish that me and Scott had danced to it at our wedding.
I know.
But we picked the.
What did y'all
Sam
dance
Cooke,
to?
The Sam Cooke song,
You Send Me
Okay.
by Sam Cooke. Yeah.
which
and-
was good. And Scott loved Sam Cooke and everything, but it was something like after the fact. Like I was like, damn, I really
We
wish
both
we had
thought
picked
of
song.
that too.
Yes.
Like it was
The-
like, man, that would have been perfect, and people would have looked at this crazy, but it wouldn't matter
because it's Stained,
it
and,
would've
and
been-
that's why I didn't really go for it, because I'm like, nobody wants to listen to this. Just dance to it, but
The Space and Time cover by Tyler Chillard.
Yeah.
what we
that was
danced
good.
to. That song.
I never wanna leave this world. That's good.
They'll say- Frank Sinatra. I listen to Frank.
Okay. Do we have anything else to say about music?
Music is good for the soul.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening. Like, share, comment. Let us know what your favorite song is. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Yeah. Bye.
Bye.